Hi kids, today we will be seeing the last video of our chapter 11, Transportation in Animals and Plants. We have, through the first 3 videos, we have already completed the transportation in animals. Today, in this video, you will be studying about the transportation occurring in plants. So, we will get started. Transport in plants. Now, what all things has to be transported in a plant? In plants, the roots, what will the roots do? The roots will be absorbing water and minerals from the soil, and this water and minerals from the soil is transported to the stem and from there to the leaf of a plant. Okay, similarly, what will the leaves do? After getting this water and minerals, by utilizing this water and minerals, then certain other things like carbon dioxide, sunlight, everything, by utilizing all these things, the leaf will produce the food for a plant by a process called as photosynthesis. This prepared food in a leaf will come down to the root and to all other parts. See, the preparation of food happens in a leaf and this prepared food will be moving from the leaves to all other parts including the root. So, in total, in a plant, water and minerals has to go from the soil through the roots to all other parts. Then, the prepared food has to move from leaf to all other parts including the roots. Hence, a transportation system is very essential in a plant. So, plants require a transportation system for transporting water, minerals and food. Okay? Yes. Now, how does this transport occur in a plant, or what is the transportation system in a plant? The transport system in a plant includes xylem and phloem. Now, what is xylem? Xylem is a tubular structure seen in a plant which help in the transport of water and minerals. So, xylem helps in the transport of water and minerals. Similarly, phloem helps in the transport of food. So, xylem and phloem together will take over the function of transportation in plants. The xylem and phloem together, you call them as the vascular tissue or the vascular bundle. Is that clear? Okay. Now, we will see how the process of water absorption occurs through xylem. Okay, so xylem is present in every part of a plant. It will be seen in the root, it will be there in the leaf, in the stem, everywhere. The xylem and phloem, the transportation system will be seen in a plant. Okay, you know that the plants will be absorbing water from the soil. In the soil, there will be plenty of water, isn't it? The roots will be absorbing this plenty of water from the soil through its tiny branches called as root hairs. Now, see this diagram. In both these diagrams, just observe the part of the root here. See here, this root section, here also the section of the root. You can see so many tiny branches on the root, isn't it? Here and here you can see so many branches on the root. These finer small branches on the root, you call them as the root hairs. Root hairs. Okay, a small section of this root hair along with the soil is enlarged and shown here in this diagram. Just observe this diagram. In this diagram, what can you see? You can see this is the root hair. This long structure is the root hair. This blue colored structures, these blue colored ones are the water in the soil, and these brown colored lumps are the particles of soil. So, around the root there is lot of water in the soil. Now, what happens? Now, this water, it is having, okay, this water will move always from a region of its higher concentration to a region of its lower concentration. Okay, water is having that particular tendency is there for water. It will always move from a region of its higher concentration to a region of its lower concentration. That means from a region where it is more to a region where is it less. So, when you are taking this portion Okay, when we are going to study about this particular region, see here water is more outside the root hair, whereas there is less or no water inside the root hair. So actually what is going to happen? The water from the soil, see this is the water, blue colored one. From the soil this water will move into the root hair. The root hair, inside the root hair there will be xylem. So this water will be entering into the xylem of the root hair. The xylem of the root hair will take this water towards, okay, the other parts of the root. Okay, this root will finally take this water to the xylem of the stem. And now see the next diagram, see from the xylem of the root, the water is moving to the xylem of the stem. From here, the water will be taken to the xylem of the leaf, everywhere. To all the other parts, this water will be transported. Along with the water, minerals will also be transported in a dissolved form. So this is how the water enters from soil into a root hair. So in the soil, there will be more water. Inside the root, there will be only less water. Water moves from a region of its high concentration to a region of its low concentration. So the water will move from the soil into the root hair. Okay, inside the root hair there will be xylem. So the water will be moving into the xylem of the root hair. From there it will move to the xylem of the stem. From there to the xylem of the leaf. Like that the water will go to the plant wherever it is required. Okay, so this is how the water moves. It moves directly through the cells of a root. Okay, in order to demonstrate this movement of water, okay, we will see an activity. Actually, this activity is given in your textbook, activity 11.3. Okay, this setup, you call this activity or this setup as potato osmoscope. Now, what do you do with this here? You are going to demonstrate how the root absorbs water. What happens, okay, in the soil, how the root hair is absorbing water. That is what you are going to demonstrate with this experiment. Okay, you call this experimental setup as potato osmoscope. For doing this experiment, we require, see, we require a potato. You just peel off the skin of potato. The base portion of the potato, you just make a cut so that the potato will stand straight on this dish. You can see a small dish here, isn't it? This dish you call it as the Petri dish. Okay, or else you take a small beaker, a glass beaker. Petri dish is normally used in laboratory and all to take water. Okay, but if there is no Petri dish, you can take a beaker inside which you can take water or any other small vessel where you can pour a little bit of water. Okay, so into this Petri dish you are keeping this potato. The base of the potato is flat, see, so that it is placed, it can stand straight in the Petri dish. And you make a small cavity inside the potato so that you can pour some sugar solution into the cavity. Okay, is that clear? Then what you require is 2 pins. Can you see the 2 pins here in the diagram? 2 pins are required for marking the initial and final level of the sugar solution. So this is all what you want for doing this experiment. Now once everything is ready, you will start the experiment. What all things you have to do? You have to take this potato. See, now we will see this diagram. Okay, this is a sectional view of the same thing. So this will be more clear. So you take the potato, this is the potato. Inside the potato there is a small gap. You have created a small gap inside the potato. Into this you will be pouring what? Sugar solution. So see, this is the sugar solution. You will be pouring sugar solution into the potato. You will mark the level of the sugar solution by using a pin. See, using the pin you are marking the level of the sugar solution. And outside the potato in the beaker you are taking water. So this is water. Now we have to compare this with the root of a plant. So just consider this potato as the root hair. So potato you compare it with your root hair. Inside the potato there is sugar solution. Sugar solution means it's sugar syrup. It is having more sugar, less water. The same condition is there inside the root also. Less water. There is no water. There is less water inside the root hair. Here inside the potato there is less water. Understood? So this cavity Okay, this cavity you just compare it with the xylem of the root hair. So, this potato you compare it with the root hair, the hollow cavity of the potato is the xylem of the root hair. Okay, this water, this beaker is the soil and this water in the beaker is the water in the soil. Is this much clear for you? Now, what will happen after some time? You keep this experimental setup undisturbed for some time. After some time, you can see that the level of sugar solution inside the potato has risen. See, this was the initial level of water. Here you have already marked it with a pen. Now see the final level of water, the water has risen this much. Okay, you can use the second pin to mark the final level of water here. So you are seeing that the water has risen inside the potato. Now the same process happened in the root also. Here what happened? Here inside the potato there is less water, outside the potato there is more water. Water will definitely move from a region of its high concentration to a region of its low concentration. So water will move from the beaker into the potato through the cells of the potato. Is it clear? So the water will enter this potato. The same thing happens in soil. The water will be entering into the xylem of the root hair through the cells of the root hair. And the level of water inside the root hair will increase. So this is a clear indication to show you that this is what happens inside a root hair. This will demonstrate the process of absorption of water by root hair. Hope it is clear. Now this is another diagram which shows you both the xylem and phloem inside a plant. So this is a plant, this is the xylem, the first one, this is a xylem tissue. This first tube is a xylem tissue, the second tube nearby is the phloem tissue. Okay, see from the soil the water is absorbed. The root hairs will be absorbing water from the soil, the water will be entering the plant through the xylem, the water will go up to the parts, to the other parts of the stem wherever it is required, it will be entering the leaf also. The leaf will be utilizing this water and minerals to do photosynthesis process. After photosynthesis, what will be produced? After photosynthesis, food will be produced by the leaf. This food which is produced by the leaf will come down through the phloem and it will travel through the phloem and it will reach all the parts of a plant. It will go up to the stem, it will come down to the root. Everywhere the phloem will be taking this food and it will be giving to each and every cell in the plant. So hope it is clear. So xylem, phloem. Xylem helps in the transport of water, phloem helps in the transport of food. Clear? One more diagram to show you xylem and phloem. They are nearby vessels in a plant. They are nearby tubular structures inside a plant. Xylem will transport water, phloem will transport food. Clear? That much is required for you. Now, coming to a process called as transpiration. Now, what is transpiration? When the leaves, the roots will be absorbing water from the soil. We have told right now root hairs will be absorbing water from the soil. This water which is absorbed by the root hair will go to the stem, from there to the leaf, to each and every part this water will be moving. The leaves will be preparing food by the process called as photosynthesis. And after photosynthesis, if there is excessive water in a plant, definitely there will be excessive water produced in a plant. Okay, after the process of photosynthesis. Now, what will happen to this excessive water in a plant? This excessive water will come out of the leaf through tiny pores present on the leaf. Okay, this water will come out in the form of water vapor through these tiny pores. Water is as such will not come out as a liquid. It will be converted into a vapor form. And water vapor will be coming out of these tiny pores. The water vapor will be coming out of the leaf. You call this process as transpiration. So, this is the next heading, transpiration. Now, what is transpiration? The process of loss of water in the form of water vapor from the aerial parts of a plant. Aerial means those parts above the soil. Okay, is what is called as transpiration. Okay. So, is this clear? So, just see this diagram. The water is absorbed by the roots. The water will be going up to the stem. The leaves will be using this water for photosynthesis and all. The excess of water will be coming out. Can you see small droplets of water here? Water vapor. Not droplets, sorry, water vapor. The water has evaporated and it is coming out as water vapor. This is what is called as transpiration. Hope it is clear for you. Okay. Now, the transpiration will help the plant to create a suction pull. When the plant leaf is losing water, okay, when the plant is losing water in the form of water vapor from the leaf, there is always a deficiency of water in the leaf. So, what will the leaf do? The xylem of the leaf will absorb the water from the xylem of the stem. So, what will happen? There will be a deficiency of water in the xylem of stem. So, the xylem of stem will be absorbing the water from the xylem of the root. Okay, so the water from the root will go to the stem. Now, what is happening? There is deficiency of water in the root. As a result, what will the root do? The root will absorb water from the soil. So, the loss of water from the leaf is actually creating a pressure where? On the root only. It is creating a suction pull. As you are sucking water through a straw. When you are sucking water through a straw, more water will be entering as you are sucking water from the straw, okay, as you are sucking this water, as the water comes to your mouth, more water is entering into the straw through the other end. The same thing happens in a plant. Okay, instead of your mouth, there is environment, external environment. The tip of the straw which is inside your mouth is the leaf. Okay, so from the leaf, water is losing out. So, what is happening? A pull is created towards the root and the root will be absorbing more water from the soil. So, this is what is called as a suction pull. So, due to transpiration, a suction pull is created and the suction pull is very important to transport water to very high parts of the plant. If it in the case of a small plant and all, this process of entry of water is very easy. But what about in cases of very tall trees? The water has to travel very long distance through the xylem, no? So, if there is a suction pull there at the top, the water can easily move from the root to the leaf. Okay, so the suction pull is created due to transpiration and the second function of transpiration is it will be cooling the plant. Okay, so with this the functions of transpiration is over, transport in plant topic is over. So by this we come to an end of this chapter. Okay, we are winding up this chapter with this video. Hope the chapter was easy. Study well. Have a nice day. Bye.